Hi everyone, it's Erin Peliquin from Digital Photography for Moms. In this video, I am going to show you how to synchronize your mobile photos, the photos that you take on your phone, onto your desktop or your laptop, whichever is your primary computer. I'm going to show you how to do that using Lightroom Cc and do it automatically so that you don't have to do a thing unless you want to. So the first requirement for this process is that you have Lightroom Cc. So this is the Creative Cloud version of Lightroom, and the best way to purchase that is through the photography plan. So that costs $9.99 a month, and with it you get Lightroom Classic, which is the desktop version that we're looking at right now. You get Lightroom CC, which is the mobile version of Lightroom. You can also use Lightroom CC on your desktop if you'd like. You also get Photoshop CC. That's the full version of Photoshop. So for $9.99 a month, it's not a bad deal. So the next requirement for setting up the synchronization process is to make sure that your installation of Lightroom is up to date. And you will do that by accessing the Creative Cloud app that should be installed with all of your Creative Cloud products. And you will scroll down to Lightroom Classic CC, which is what I'm using here. So if there is an update to be installed, it will say update. Otherwise, it will just say open. If it says open, then you are completely up to date. Now, the reason you want to make sure that your software is up to date is that just a couple of months ago, Adobe gave us a new feature in Lightroom that allows us to open the latest form of photos that iPhones record. So if you have an iPhone, you can program your phone to record images in the HEIC, I believe it's pronounced HEIC format. This format allows you to store more color information about your photos. So you're going to get a higher quality of photo than you would if you were just storing JPEGs. So definitely install that update. Otherwise, you're going to synchronize all your photos and get an error message saying that Lightroom can't display the photo or something to that effect. All right, so we're going to take a break now, move over to my phone so that I can show you how to configure your Lightroom mobile app in order to synchronize all of your photos onto your computer. Okay, so I'm going to open Lightroom here on my phone, and I am kind of here at the home screen right now. I'm going to select this gear icon in the upper right corner to take me to my settings. I'll tap import, and then you want to make sure that photos is turned on. So it's currently turned on, as you can see it. Turning it off looks like that, but you want it on. Completely your choice whether you want to import your videos or not. So once you have that set up, you can press the tap button, and that's really all you need to do to make sure that all of your photos that you take on your phone come into this screen, this all photos area in Lightroom. Now, if you've just set up that auto add, you won't necessarily see all your photos here at the same time. The way that you can add those is go back out here to the home screen and tap on this icon near the lower right. That's the little photo screen, or the little photo icon with the plus sign. So tap that, and any photos that don't have that small black Lightroom icon in the upper right corner are not in your catalog. In other words, if they are in your Lightroom mobile catalog already, they will have that Lightroom icon on them. So I see just a couple here that have not been synchronized. So I am going to tap these three horizontal dots, and then I'm going to tap select. This allows me to import more than one photo at a time. So then I can just tap on the images that I would like to add. And you can see they've all got check marks. And then I'll select add 3 photos, and it will bring them into my all photos collection on Lightroom. Now you can do that with as many photos as you would like to import. Okay, so now that we've set up the phone, we are back at the computer, and you want to make sure that the synchronization process is enabled. So you are going to go up here to the identity plate in the top left corner of Lightroom. Now, I've got my logo there. You might just see the Lightroom logo. The important thing to look for, though, is this little triangle when you hover over the identity plate. That's what you want to click on. And so you can see that I am syncing already with Lightroom Cc. If you have not set this up before, you will see something that says sign in or start or something like that. So you'll go ahead and click where it says sign in or start, and then you will follow the prompts to enter your Adobe credentials or just start the synchronization process. So if this is your first time to use the synchronization process, it might take a while for all of the photos to populate. It shouldn't take too long though. You can go ahead and look at the progress by clicking right here in your catalog panel where it says all synced photographs. So what we have got here is a special collection that Lightroom has given us where all of your synchronized photos are accessible. Now, if you know anything about Lightroom Collections, we've got a lot that we can look at. Well, I have a lot anyway, that I use to organize my photo. The thing about Collections is that you cannot delete photos from Collections. They're really just a shortcut to looking at a group of photos that all have a special shared characteristic. So, for instance, all the photos you've synced from Lightroom CC, or all of the photos of your daughter, or all of the photos that you've given a 5-star ranking to. So you can create collections for anything, but you need to know that your photos don't actually live in those collections. And that will make more sense in a minute when we kind of finish this process. Now, the cool thing about this synchronization process is that these photos already live on your hard drive. So in prior versions of Lightroom CC, you could kind of get the photos on your computer, but it wasn't an easy process to actually store them permanently there. These photos are stored permanently on your computer, your desktop or your laptop, until you delete them. So I bet your next question is, well, where are they stored? Where do these photos live? So you can right click on any of the photos and select go to show in Finder. Select show in Finder. Now if you're on a PC, this is probably going to say something like show in Explorer, show in File Explorer, something like that. And so what I can do is look down here and see that these photos Lightroom has stored in Erin, Pictures, Lightroom, and then this mobile downloads kind of database right here. And that works for me, but I can also move them if I want them to be stored somewhere else permanently. So for instance, I usually store most of my photos on my external hard drive, and I've got that hard drive set up to back up pretty frequently. So if I want to change that default location, I can go to my preferences. Now, if you have a PC, your preferences are going to be under the Edit menu. But if you're on a Mac, your preferences are going to be under Lightroom. Once you have opened the preferences, you are going to select this Lightroom Sync tab. Now you've got this checkbox right here that says specify location for the Lightroom CC ecosystem's images. So you want to turn that on and then click on this choose button to navigate to the photo where you want your images to live. So you can see that I do have mine going to my external hard drive, but I haven't moved my prior imports to that external hard drive yet. That's why when I looked at the location of these images, it was still showing the Lightroom default location. Good thing though, we can move them, and I'm about to show you how to do that. So again, you just want to make sure this checkbox is turned on and then click the choose button right here to navigate to the place where you want to store your photos. All right, so I'm going to turn off preferences, and remember that we are looking at this all synced photographs collection. I want to show you another way to access the photos. So when you go to folders, you'll see now that you have got devices here. So I can use this shortcut to my current iPhone and see all of the photos that I have imported using that phone. Now this actually corresponds to the folder on my hard drive that I just showed you where I was storing the photos. So if I choose to relocate those photos, they're not going to be here in my iPhone folder anymore. But that is absolutely okay. I don't need to access them this way because I've got plenty of other options. So let's talk a little bit about how this catalog works, this Creative Cloud catalog. These photos that I've synchronized all have this lightning bolt up here in the top right corner. That indicates that these photos are connected to the Creative Cloud. This means that they're on both my phone and my desktop, and any edit I apply in one place is also going to be applied in the other. So I could begin the edit on my phone, I could continue it on my desktop, I could undo changes that I did on my phone, or I could undo changes that I made. So no matter where I edit, I can do the same kind of work. Say that your phone storage is getting too full and you want to clean it out a little bit. You can actually take photos out of the Creative Cloud. This will remove them from your phone in Lightroom. It will remove them from the synchronized photos on your desktop. And by synchronized photos, I mean this collection up here. It will not, however, remove them from your hard drive. So to do that, you would right-click on a photo and you would select Remove from All Synced Photographs. What this is telling you is that this photo will be removed from all synced collections and from Lightroom Cc, but it won't be deleted from your desktop catalog. So that means you won't be able to access it here in all synced photos, but you will be able to access it down here in your device folders. All right, now you can see that I store all of my photos by month. Say that you want to rearrange these photos because really just kind of this bulk iPhone folder is not all that helpful. I can go to my library filter bar up here. I can sort or filter out all of the photos from a given month. So for instance, I could go to metadata and then I could select everything from February. And you can see that all of these photos are my February photos. I can type Command or Control A to select all of those photos. And then here in my February 2019 folder, I can right click and say Move Selected Photos to this folder. So what I've just done is reorganize these photos. I've put them in a place that is more logical and that it's going to be easier for me to find the photos later. So, you know, if I'm thinking, okay, remember when we went to the swim meet at Texas A&M and I took that photo of my husband and my daughter and they were on the roof. I'm going to remember that that was in February of 2019 a lot more readily than I'm going to remember which device I took it with. Was it my iPhone? Was it my real camera? Which iPhone was it? So for me, it's just more logical to store these photos by date. And so now you can see that they all live in February 2019 and they are still connected to the Creative Cloud. So no matter where this photo lives on my hard drive, I can edit it on my computer, I can edit it on my device, and it's still going to be connected, as long as I don't remove the photo from Creative Cloud, as I showed you earlier. Now, note when I go back to the iPhone folder, those pictures are gone, so I don't have any more February pictures in this folder. So I've taken them out of the iPhone X folder and I've put them in February of 2019. All right, so I showed you already how to remove a photo from the Creative Cloud. I have not showed you how to delete it altogether. So I just took this screenshot for some reason, not sure why. And I don't need it anywhere. I don't want it on my hard drive of my computer. I don't want it on my device. I don't want it anywhere. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to select Remove. And I am going to select Delete from Disk. This is like the master delete. It gets rid of it everywhere and you can never see this photo again. Now, if I were going to select Remove, it would take the photo out of Lightroom on my desktop and on my device, but it wouldn't delete it from my hard drive. And so that's not really very useful to me. So I only select Delete from Disk here. Now, just to remind you, if I only want to take the photo out of the Creative Cloud but leave it on my computer, In other words, if I want to take it off my telephone, my mobile phone, and leave it on my computer, I'll go to All Synced Photographs, right click, and say Remove from All Synced Photographs. All right, so that is basically everything you need to know about synchronizing your photos and organizing them on your computer. There is one thing left that I want to tell you though. When you take a photo out of the Creative Cloud so that it is no longer in your Lightroom app on your phone, this is not going to delete it from the Photos app on your phone. So remember, you've got the Lightroom app on your phone and you've got the Photos app. Lightroom is not able to delete from that Photos app. So if you really need to clear up storage on your phone, you are going to have to delete not only out of Lightroom, but also out of the Photos app. And I've got a tutorial coming up for you in a few weeks that will make that process easier for you. So that is how you synchronize photos from your mobile device to your computer, your desktop, or your laptop. If you have any questions at all, visit me at Digital Photography for Moms. That's www.digitalphotographyformoms.com. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.